couple of you, but it's how to square the club up, okay? And this is going to take a little practice, all right? There's a lot of different ways that I've seen it done. The way that works best for me is I'm going to kind of stand side saddle with Paul, all right? My right hand is almost the same grip as my grip would be on the club. My left hand fits, hold the club up in front of you one time. My left hand's going to fit about like this. And if you set it back down, I've got to watch that I don't squeeze them right here with my thumb. I've got my fingers underneath on his last three fingers. And so what I'm going to do is I cock the club up a little bit and I'm rotating the back of his left hand. I'm supporting with my right, and he's getting the sense of the rotation of the left hand and the left forearm, okay? And I'll do this on the impact bag, and I'll do this with golf balls either. I love doing this inside, and I'll do this. I'll do 20 or 30 of them. You know, if we had Sven, you know, here, I mean, he'd be standing up like this, and his back would be so stiff because we'd rattle off about 50 of them in a row.
Yeah, one
get
more.
Get that left hand. Gregor's seen this done. I've done this to Gregor into the thousands, you know, with trying so that he doesn't toss it over with his right hand. Set up to the spot. So the student just has to hold on to the club. They don't have to really do anything but hold on to the club. And I'm going to give them the feeling of what the impact is like as they come in. That was really good right there. And then that's the point of extension right there. That's the wind shot that you see Tiger Woods hit a lot of times. And then arms relax in, and that kind of kills the momentum. So if you were playing more of a three-quarter shot, I don't know how he's going to play it now, but that's the way he used to play it. Square, lower shot, arms relax in. Whenever you see the arms relax in, it's to kill the momentum. Kill the momentum of the club going more forward. You see that on wedge shots, little wedge shots. Softer with the hand. Carry it up. And then the rest of it would be just cock right there across the back of the head. But that feeling right there of getting the back of the left hand to square up and getting that contact that he has right there, that's a huge, huge feeling. A little softer with your left hand. It's not easy to do. And Paul's pretty easy because he knows what the feeling is, and he has that feeling for the most part. But you get someone in there. I mean, if we were doing that to Sven, there's a good chance that first one wouldn't have been as solid as it was. And it might take. You know, that's fine. I might miss it the first time because he's trying to do it too. And I'll feel the block and I'll feel the right hand hit that way. And I just got to tell him, just, hey, you had your chance. It's my turn now, okay? I wouldn't be down here doing it if you were doing it correctly. So let me jump in there. Yes, Steph.
I got a question. You said a few sentences before you never teach students to straighten the arms to the front side. Is it right or I misunderstood?
No, it sit up here. Let me say that a little bit differently. In a full swing, whether it's a full follow through or a partial follow through, okay? What happens is you get the impact, the forearm and the hand have rotated. They rotate to a point where the hands have extended, right there. That's extension, where the cocked, uncocked. That's as far as it rotates. It doesn't turn over any more than that. That maintains that look as the arms carry up, and then the club cocks. And that's a way to describe that, is your wrist, your arms and hands are rotating as they uncock. Okay, that would be the theory of describing the release. It's the rotation as the wrists uncock. Okay, Now you wouldn't tell someone that because they get this part, but they wouldn't get this part, okay? And it rotates to the point. Let's do it like you're gonna hit right at Stephanie. So he squares it up, he rotates, and his arms extend and his wrists extend to that point right there. You know, and he's turned through. That's the point of extension right there, okay?
And
The shaft is pointed down. That's the solid stripe. When you see this look past the ball, that's not going to be very solid because he's already past the point of extension. He's going up. Okay.
I got so many students who did this.
Right.
So I tried to do the opposite of rotation just to get them the feeling not to use this.
Got to have a little bit of both. Yeah. That's what we were doing with lefty Marcel. Yeah. Is that he has a tendency to pull up. If we just told him to extend,
extend
it'll be a foul ball to the left. So he has to have, and that's why I kept saying, extend and square your right hand, extend and square your right hand. He's got to get a little bit of both of them. You can't have one without the other. You can't just rotate your right hand because you're going to miss it.
Yeah.
You're going to hit a grounder hook. Okay. You can't just extend because the face is wide open. So it has to feel like it's extension and rotation.
Yeah. He's a good player. He can get used to it. For a beginner, it's difficult.
Well, it's only difficult because they don't have the hand-eye coordination, and they don't have the repetitions that Marcel has.
Yeah.
That's why it's the same thing with Sven. He hasn't developed yet the hand-eye coordination, and he doesn't have enough swings under his belt. Doesn't have enough correct swings under his belt. I mean, it's deliberate practice. It's repetition. It's over and over and over. Whether it's with a ball, without a ball, on the golf course, with a club, without a club, every motion that he practices doing this right here, it makes him just a little bit better. Now a drill, here's a little practice. I do this all the time, especially with people that have the lefty Marcel's mistake. So if Paul's playing right-handed, if someone has a tendency to do that chicken wing pull in, hit it on the toe, deal. I'll put a tee. This tee is resting up against the golf ball. Okay? Bring your club over for a second, Paul. You would be surprised how many times a golfer like we just described will hit this ball and that tee is still sitting there. It's resting against the golf ball. If he hits it in the center, he's going to hit the tee. If he's coming in this direction, from the outside to the inside, and he hits on the toe, he'll never touch that tee. So it's a good visual for them to try and hit. I want you to hit the ball, but I want you to hit the tee too. Now, it's not good for Jonathan, because Jonathan has a tendency to hit it on the hosel. So it would be the opposite for Jonathan. I would take, Jonathan's playing right-handed. Thankfully, I didn't have to do this today, but I've done it with him plenty of times. If Jonathan's playing right-handed, set up there, Paul. This is a great tool right here. You get that basket as close as you can to the toe of the club without them. So if you can hit in the center of the club face, that's where you put that basket. For the shankers, miss the basket. I don't care what you do, just miss the basket. If you whiff it on the inside, we've gotten to a starting point. Because this basket would have been in play the last shot that you hit. You shanked it. Okay, so that basket just shows him where he's not supposed to go. What's over this way? What country, what city, what state?
Potsdam.
Potsdam?
Potsdam is a city.
Right.
City of Potsdam.
So you would tell your student, you can swing from here to Potsdam. Just miss the basket. Okay? You probably hit a good one.
I don't know if you knew what was in Potsdam.
But this is a deterrent. It's good because if he hits it, it doesn't make a lot of noise, it doesn't damage the club, it doesn't hurt him, but it's big enough to show you where you don't want to go. So sometimes you want to hit the tee, sometimes you want to avoid it. All right. So it's just little teaching ways to help you out with people that hit on the toe and hit on the heel. Okay? All right. Any questions about anything?